Hi everyone, welcome to our next instalment of this the Twinkly Treasures from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and we have this one to do next. I'm thinking sort of enamelled type pendant. We did one on the previous page, which I'm just looking at. I think I'll just start with the leaves because they're reasonably easy, aren't they? And then we'll move on. Let me have a look at what I might want to use. My pencils are all in the wrong order. There. No, that's still wrong. Sorry. Let's use the Chrome Oxide Green Fiery. What a mouthful. For the florals to start with. I'm going to give this pencil a sharpen. Okay, so for the leaves, I mean not the florals. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to try and fade it a little bit towards the tip. And the dots I'm going to do in a different colour. I think it just make it a little more interesting. I'm trying to decide what to do for the background. I'm thinking maybe just a really bright red. I don't know, I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? But I just think a red might be nice. So I'm going to do a red. I wouldn't wear a pendant. I wouldn't want to wear one. Look how big it is. I mean, that key, that's a crown. That key is huge. Or is the crown tiny? Is that a pixie's crown? Is that a key to a huge castle? I was thinking, you know, castles have huge wooden doors. Do they even have keys? I was thinking about this when I was thinking about like Windsor Castle, where the Queen used to live a lot of the time, or stay a lot of the time. I'm not sure that King Charles spent so much time there. But I'm trying to decide what colour to do the dots. I think I'm going to do the red first. Oh, that's my arm. Let's use the middle cadmium red. It's really dark. I think it might just look really special and opulent. I'm going to go really layered up on this edge. I'm thinking it might be sort of oval type. You know, often these are sort of domed, that's the word I'm looking for. A sort of glass, this is a flat pattern painted, and then there's a sort of domed glass top. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it look like that, but I will see what I can come up with. So we'll go really dark. I'm just layering over and over until it's a really thick amount of pencil. And then as I come in, I'm going to fade it. So just less layers, effectively. Yeah, so I was thinking about big keys and castles. I was thinking, did they even lock them? You know, would you need to lock a castle? I mean, obviously if the king was inside you would, but then there are guards, aren't there? So I don't know. I really had no idea. I was trying to think about it. But we're going to be doing, we decided that there was this TV thing on it was on the local news about Highgrove House, which is where King Charles has lived for, I think they said 45 years. And he brought his sons up there, and it was when he moved in, it was basically a house and a kitchen garden with a couple of fields, and he's planted it all up and made it into gardens. There were some trees, but which he's kept, but he pruned and done all sorts of things. And you can have a tour of, imagine a tour of the King's Garden. So my father-in-law's been a few times and really enjoyed it, and I hadn't really thought about going. But I saw this interview with the gardeners, it was I know I'm colouring over these, I've got a plan. If you, I'm going to go over them in Posca pen, I think. So I was going to use yellow, I haven't got the yellow in here. I've only got a white, maybe I'll just do white. But if you don't have a Posca pen, try not to go over it. So I'm just here trying to make it darker, lighter in the middle, dark on the edge. You could use more than one shade of red for this to make it, but I'm quite happy just layering up a little bit more around here. So yes, so we thought we might do a tour of the King's Garden. You can't just go in and look, this is black. You have to have a guided tour. Obviously they don't want people just running amok in the King's Garden. So you have to pay for the tour, but that's fine. Obviously the guide has to be paid, but also the profits from the tours go towards the King's charity. So that's good. And so we think we might do that. One of my sons was vaguely interested and then not quite so, but I talked to him about it, and I think maybe I told my parents, but they didn't seem keen on the idea, but maybe father-in-law might want to come with us. We'll see. I'm just going to go and get a yellow pen. Hang on. Changed my mind when I was looking at my pens and I grabbed the apricot, but yellow would work, and any sort of gel pen would work rather than Posca if that's what you've got. I decided that using white isn't going to work because I want to draw on some white to show the shine in a bit, so it would look a little bit odd to have white and white, I think. Right, let's do this outside part first. Now I'm thinking that would be a metallic backing. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to do that in silver, just because I want it a bit easier. And I find silver a little bit easier. I'm going to grab the Cold Grey 5. There it is. I'll start my silver. Like I tend to do, I'm going to make it darkest here and then fade it down like that. Same here. It looks quite brownish. I don't know if it's because it's against the red, but I tend to like to use the cold greys because they look more bluish and metallic compared to the warm greys, which have got brown in them. I'm not going to use more than one, I'm just going to be lazy and do it like that. And I'm going to do the chain all in the same colour. Again, lazy. So leaving little white gaps as we go for shine, always in the middle with me. It doesn't always, obviously if you look at a chain it's not going to be where it shines in the middle, but it just, I find it's easier and it seems to work. So if it works, I'm going with it. I put that a bit higher so I don't have to worry about that bit. Yeah, so the idea of looking, because we want to do something with our garden, but right, Gellyroll 10, let's do our shine on our pendant. Now, I'm thinking, I want to follow the edge. Doesn't want to work. Come on, Mr. Pen. So I'm trying to follow the edge with that bit, like that, and then put some shine on this side as well. Hopefully that looks fairly shiny. I think it does. So there's that one. This one is scary. I am going to do the metal work again in silver to make this easier for me, because this bit is quite daunting for me. So I'm going to use it, the Paynes Grey, so it looks different to this one. And so we're going to start that chain. I'm actually going to do in the colour of the gemstone. I haven't decided what colour to do it yet, but let's just get on with this bit and get some of it done, and then I'll be less frightened. Because this bit's quite ornate, but you can see if you start to just do a bit of grey, it can start to look quite shiny. This bit you could do as a gemstone, but I'm going to keep it as metal. But you can see what I'm doing. I'm putting the shine in the middle. I think it looked a little bit better. Now here, I'm just going to put it in the middle again. Yeah, I think we're really lucky where we live that we have lovely places we can go and see. I'm sort of getting a list. It's because children have been basically, obviously we had, excuse me, lockdown when we couldn't go out. And then the children had their exams through then, their GCSEs, those are the 16 exams you take at 16. And then they went straight on to their other exams, courses, and they've been so busy that we haven't really gone out anywhere or done very much, because partly we've been out of the habit of it, and partly because they've been studying. And maybe, I know I'm a helicopter parent and I'm do too much, but I like to supervise their study, making sure they're getting on, that they've got everything they need, that I can make them a drink if they want one, that I can make sure they're concentrating if they want me to, because my one son distracts the other, and so I need to just keep an eye on that. And I guess I need to let go, but I just can't. So I just feel like when they're trying to study, I need to be here, or else, because I have before. They've been here studying, I've nipped out of town, I've come back and I said, how did you get on? Oh, I did nothing while you were out. And yet if I'd been in, they would have done stuff. So it just makes me feel like I need to be here. Yeah, as simple as that. Right. Let's think of a colour for this gemstone. Now we have got a little bit of green here, but we haven't got a big amount of green gem. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Phthalo Greens, I think. I've got no, that's the emerald green. Bear with me. I've got the dark, mid and light, and I think we'll use those three. They're quite impressive, but we will also use some black, which I've lost, here it is, as well. So I'm going to start with a bit of black on a few. I'm going to do this a bit randomly and hope it works. I don't want any to be completely black, but a bit of black here and there. There we go. Now, taking the dark Phthalo Green, which is rolled onto my book. There we go. Here's the dark Phthalo Green. And I'm going to go over the top of all of those black areas and then bring that colour through to the end of that facet, I think is the word, isn't it? And then I'm going to start a few more as well. This very dark colour. And then really layer it up here and then sort of fade it a bit. And a bit in there. It's quite random what I'm choosing, except I want my darkest bits nearer to the setting. That's what it's called, isn't it? Don't know. Okay. Now the Phthalo Green. Excuse me. Going to extend these ones. and start these ones. That little one, I'm just going to make this one colour. It's too small. Extend that. Okay, so we've done all the edge. I'm just going to do some of these inner bits here and there, like that, and then our light phthalo green. Just finish off some of these. Now the centre one, I'm tempted to just sort of do this. To try and make it look like it's really on the top. And then we need some white, but let's do the chain before I forget. I'm going to use the phthalo green, so somewhere in the middle, and each little circle ideally would be lighter in the middle than the edge. If I wasn't filming, I would put my head really close to the page and try and do that, but I can't get the book close enough because it's got to be under the camera. So I'm just going to fill each one in, and we'll put a little dot of white on each one to try and make it look like it's shiny. I'm cheating now. There we go. Right, so we'll use the Gellyroll 5, which is the little one, to do these dots. And I think I'm going to do them all on one side, if the pen wants to work. I can't even see if that, I think it is making a teeny dot. Yeah. My eyes are struggling last few days, and I think it's because I hadn't been out a lot and I've been doing lots of close colouring, and then when I went out it's really bright, and I think it was a bit too much for my eyes. I'm going to use number 10 for doing a bit of work here. I'm going to take out the black lines in some of the areas and sort of fade them in other areas. Yeah, so I think, and then when I went out in the sunshine, it was so bright I could see all the floaters in my eyes and things, but it's okay. I've had them checked over quite recently. I know they're okay. There we go. I'm going to leave that there. It's not the perfectest gemstone, but I'm happy. I've had a good go at it. We're going to do this little sword before we finish. Again, silver. I've got silver, silver, silver. We do this a lot lighter, and we do this is quite easy. Coal grey 3. I'm going to do this bit here with just a light bit in the middle like that, but then this bit I'm going to imagine that's flat, and I'm just going to draw in a few lines like it's sort of catching the light in areas, and then leaving these sort of white bits for shine, and it's really easy, and I think it's okay. This across bit will do as well actually with the 3. It's like the guard, isn't it? Stop you cutting your hand on the blade. Leave a gap there. I want this handle to be like black leather. So, oops, I'm going to grab the black, but I'm going to do a little bit of shading here first, under there. Okay, And then for this, just a dark line either side, and then just gently bring that in and leave a little bit of shine in the middle, just the tiniest bit, because it is leather which will have some shine and it makes it look rounded. It's straightforward. This circular bit, I'm thinking, is that going to be, are those gemstones around there, and should we make them black onyx to match the handle? I'm purposely leaving a bit of white between the, around the edge, so that I don't have to add white pen for shine. I don't know if that is working, but that's the intention. And I'm going back to my Coal Grey 3 to do this this bit. I've forgotten to leave some shine. I'll leave it there. Be better to leave it there and there, but I've done it now. Right, the ribbon. What should we pick? Well, we've got green here, so I'm definitely not going to go for green or red. Let's do pink. We haven't done much pink on this page. I'm going to use the Rose Carmine, I think. I think that would be a rather pretty ribbon. There we go. Pencil sharpenings all over the desk. Oh, dear me. Right, so here, I'm going to start here and fade there like that, and then here. Oh, I've got an idea as to what colour to do that ring. That won't be today, we're going to finish on this one, and a little bit there. There we go. So all silver today, bit different, a bit of fun. I hope that was okay for you. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I did the one that I was really scared of. So that's good. Right, so I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching and happy colouring.